Hello and welcome back to Hypothetical. My name is Rob. I'm here with my good friend Tyler. Tyler, are you okay?
I'm a little dizzy, Rob, but I'm really excited to be back on the show. Honored, even, you could say. You could say it. Wouldn't be true, but you could say it.
And I won't say it.
Okay, don't say it. I'm just glad to be here.
Well, we're on episode 2. We had the zombie apocalyptic hypothetical question last time, and we had some great responses, comments, and yeah, a lot of people have got better answers than we had.
A lot of people thought that we were dumb, and we'd just like to take this moment to say to those people, yeah. So,
yeah. I mean, we don't word good sometimes, but we try.
But we can SPEL, so take that. I did 6 weeks of college. That's a lot of college. So you don't even know.
That's almost like 20 days of college. So yeah, that's a lot.
We skipped the maths part of it, but it could be.
Well, let's get things moving along.
Okay.
I had last week's question. I believe you have got one for us to ponder over and think on.
I do. So what I did was I took a very, very stereotypical, like you see this question on the disc golf subreddit in disc golf discussion on Facebook. You see this all the time. Who is your disc golf Mount Rushmore? Now, Robert, if you don't know, here in the States, there is a geological feature of a part of a mountain in South Dakota called Mount Rushmore. Glorified molehill. They've scratched the faces of some presidents in the side of it.
Didn't they do that after stealing the land from Native Americans?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Exactly. Yes. So we absolutely just pillaged and, manifest destiny our way to the mountain. And then we scratched our faces onto it. So, that happened. Yeah. So what I want you to do is imagine a disc golf Mount Rushmore, right? That's super boring, though, because everybody does that and it's been done all the time. So here's my twist. Disc golf Mount Rushmore, but you can't choose disc golfers.
Okay.
So what do I mean by that? I mean celebrity or memed personalities adjacent to disc golf.
Can they be disc golfers, but not necessarily like super active pro tour disc golfers? Because my brain right now is going to one of the best things in disc golf right now, and that's Gannonbur's caddy that like stares out the camera whenever it pans on him. I can't remember his name.
But Matt Schlabeck. But he did just win the Memorial in whatever division he was playing in. So we're going to put an asterisk on that one. I don't know that Matt would count, but that is, you're thinking along the right lines, like somebody like a caddy who's gotten famous in disc golf for some sort of reason.
Got you. Okay. I have 2. And if, if Mount Rushmore is 4, then these are my first 2 initial thoughts.
Yep. I'm impressed you have 2 even.
The GK Pro cameraman that took the grenade to the central skull from Eagle. However, I actually met him a couple of years ago, and I just pointed to him and said, "You're the dude," and he was like, "Yes, yeah, I am." Anyway,
now, what would his sculpture look like? Can you describe it to us?
I feel like you'd pick a bit of the rock that has like a crackdown, so you'd kind of make it look almost caricature, like his skull is split in 2,
splitting open.
Yeah. And then him just sort of like holding a camera and like wincing in pain. Just make it very clear. I'm not making fun of the guy. He took an awful hit to the head. And he seemed lovely when I chatted to him.
It's okay. He doesn't remember it.
No, he
doesn't
got
remember
very
anything.
Memory loss.
Yeah, after. So he's fine.
And then my second one, and it might be just because it's recent, so maybe they don't quite earn a place on there, is the caddy that tried to jump over Double G's roller and then just sort of like booted it. But I feel like that's too recent. That's just like in current disc golf meminess.
Maybe not for a Mount Rushmore. Like the permanency of it, like they would have needed to go pretty viral or be a pretty consistent thing.
Yeah, so it can't be a disc golfer. Who else? I'll tell you what, quite a controversial one is in Champions Cup when Kristen Tattar's daughter caused the stroke penalty or whatever drama. Elaine King apparently sort of like narked.
Yes.
So you could have sort of an innocent looking baby
Kristen Latt now. Kristen Latt's daughter is on my disc golf Mount Rushmore adjacent. No, disc golf adjacent Mount Rushmore as well. So DGASMR. That's how you remember that.
Surely this is DGASMR.
It actually is pretty close to DGASMR, and I did not plan that.
That's the next channel. Works. This is hypothetical. The next one is
Disc golf adjacent celebrity Mount Rushmore. If we could just transpose the celebrity for an S, we got it.
Okay, good. Okay, so are we locking?
Yeah, GK Pros. Yeah, absolutely. Kristen Latt's daughter is first and foremost. I love the split skull.
2 more?
Yeah, I think we need 2 more. I mean, we could just leave the presidents up there, but I'd rather we could just.
What about the guy in the sort of Stars and Stripes shorts that after the James Conrad Holy Ace running around? I like to imagine he was the same one that shouted, "Get in the hole!" Yeah. So if we just make that one person and caricaturize,
but can we do one? Can we just? I love him being up there. Could we please just have his shorts? So it's like a waist shot. Yes. Now we're gonna have him on the other side just for propriety's sake. So Kristen Latt's daughter is gonna be on the left so that we don't have just like a man, just like right. We're going to put him down. So we need 2 faces in between.
Yes. Okay. I agree with that. Now, slightly rogue option. What about, I can't remember the tournament. Do you remember when that spectator put his umbrella in the fairway inside the ropes and Ricky Wysocki hit off the umbrella? The umbrella could be an honorable carving.
Well, then there's the dog. I think. Well, then there's the dog. There's a water bottle or a Gatorade bottle that Macbeth stayed safe with. Maybe we should just have like a montage piece for all the things that have.
Maybe they can sort of be I keep hitting this mic. Maybe they can be sort of filler, so in between the primary people.
Yeah.
Or maybe the people are holding the objects of importance. Maybe Kristen's daughter is holding the umbrella and the American shorts guy is holding a Gatorade bottle. That seems quite American. Just, American shorts, Gatorade bottle. USA! I feel like we need one more person.
For the 4th, I love your list. I would nominate... do you have anybody else for the 4th one?
I've gone blank.
The only one on my list that you haven't already at least mentioned is the old guy that Macbeth gave his putters to when he won Ledgestone. This is now like 4 years ago. Do you remember this guy?
7 years ago. That's just gone way over the head right there.
I'm old.
But tell me about it. What's the story? And I'll say if that should be there or not.
He had a moment where everybody was posting his picture because Macbeth, I don't know if it's his father-in-law. Who knows who this guy is? But Macbeth, gives both of his AVRs probably at the time to this old guy in the crowd. And this guy was super happy. And there's a girl next to him who was and she kind of had a little viral moment as well. And I picture his face as being somebody who could be up there. Plus, in terms of old white guys, we might not even need to completely destroy one of the existing faces on that. We could just kind of change some features, and
so in your mind, we're destroying or carving over the old Rushmore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can give sort of Benjamin Franklin a bit more hair and sort of carve in a bit of a hairline and make it into
Jefferson.
This
we can just slash with the crack. So really, that one's pretty simple. You just got to get up there and
You say simple. Are you implying that you could crack a mountain down the middle with your bare hands? I'm assuming.
No, I would use the disc that we picked last week as our zombie apocalypse weapon. That's what I would use to hit it with, assuming that we are now have access to those. Every episode of this is consecutive, right? We're in the zombie apocalypse trying to work on Mount Rush DGASMR while the zombies are climbing up the mountains.
I like that. And then you're almost finished on the nose and you're like, just give me a second. You can have my brains after.
Stop. You're kicking him back. Stop.
Or it's like the zombie's like, oh, that's actually a very good likeness. All right. So to wrap things up, we have got Kristen Latt's daughter from the reason is for the Champions Cup debacle.
Yep.
Not that she had any real involvement there, but she was the figurehead of
most people that are famous didn't really have much involvement. A lot of people that are famous just got famous, so
they just fell over and became famous. Right. So we've got her. The second one, GK Pro cameraman. We've got him
split down the middle.
We've got American Shorts dude, but just the shorts.
Oh, we have a surplus. So we don't even need old guy. Or no, old guy's going to go on the right.
And then old guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's have a bit of respect. Distinguished older gentleman.
Yeah. Putter owner.
But putter owner, little apostrophe, old guy.
Yeah.
And then dotted throughout some honourable carvings. We've got an umbrella, we've got a Gatorade bottle, and
a dog.
I'm
very excited to see what people's comments are on this one, because it could really get fun.
And if you're one of these people that is incredible at like 3D modeling, if you want to model that up and 3D print it, and
please somebody Photoshop Mount DGASMR for us.
All right, we'll leave it there. Please, as always, if you have your own answers, I'm sure you do, to this hypothetical question, leave it down below in the comments. And if you have any hypothetical questions you would like us to answer, then please type them down below as well. And I just want to say, as someone that always trips over his own tongue and words, saying the word hypothetical over and over again, it's getting difficult.
Hypothetical. It's easier now. Hypothetical.
The questions are hypothetical. We have been. This is hypothetical. Guys, until next time, we'll see you soon.